What I have here is a glass of water. It was rather easy for me to obtain this glass of water. All I had to do was go in the kitchen, go to my water dispenser, and there's my glass of water. For most of us, water is easy to obtain. Yet according to watersforafrica.org, for over 1 billion people, it's a struggle to even access dirty water. Imagine having to struggle to find something like this. It's not even clean water or useful. Many of us take advantage of the water that we have, and we take it for granted. It's rather easy for us to get, and we don't see how it goes on in other countries. But that is why I'm here today, to explain the little things that we can do to preserve our water. Why is water so important to preserve? Well, for the obvious reasons, we can't live without it. Not only that, it can lead to bad sanitation. Bad sanitation can lead to many diseases such as cholera and malaria. Some things that attribute to water going down is not only just our careless use of it, but it's also population that has a big thing to do with it. Increased population means increase in demands for it. Over 70% of water used is just for agriculture alone, and that's something that we need. And that is according to Brian Fagan from the UK newsletter The Independent. According to the UN, the population grows by 2 every day. In the sociology course that I'm taking, I learned that in just one day, 4 people are born, 2 people die, making it 2 people each day that add on to our population. Water is not something that we can get back once we lose. It is a finite supply, and it's something very important, not just socially, but also physically. So we have to be careful how we use it. There are some other countries that we might not see every day, but we're aware of, have some problems with water. Not just Africa, which is very popular, but also India. 60% of their water is contaminated, not even useful. And it affects over 3 million people. And that's just in India alone. The Times of India states that 85% of the population suffers from population-induced diseases that stem from bad water. There's a high population there, obviously, but that's just not just in India. There's high population everywhere. There's a massive investment needed in India for them to learn how to use the water, and machines that can be built so that they can start using the water properly. A lot of it has to do with education, and that's a major point. A lot of us don't realize what's going on, so how can we stop a problem like this? In Africa, again what I said, is one of the bigger countries that we know that struggles with water supplies every single day. And we know this by there's the organizations that the UN has set up, and other NGOs, which is non-governmental organizations, that have set up various ways that we can donate to them. A lot of people I've heard say, oh, that's a crock, it doesn't work, but it's not. They really do need water. 64 African rivers are in danger right now because of water stress. It is hard to think about these kind of things, again, because we don't see it, and we're not living it every single day. Water for us is very easy to access. But you have to think about it. These are facts. These aren't things that I'm sitting up here making up as I go along. There are many things that we do today that waste tons of water that we don't even realize. Things like not watching out for leaks, brushing your teeth and letting the water just run. Cooking and cleaning takes a tremendous amount of water as well, even gardening. Taking baths, or even using a dishwasher, washer and dryer, things like that. People don't realize they're wasting water, but it's taking a big toll on us. So what are some of the things that we can do? Well, it starts with you. Things that you can do is not let the water run when you don't need to. Like I said before, brushing your teeth. When you put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, put it in your mouth, you don't need to have the water running. You can adjust your sprinkler so that it goes into the lawn and not at night, or not onto the streets. Make sure that when you use your washer and dryer, make sure that the clothes fill up entirely and it's full, and you're not just washing a couple things here and there. Watch for leaks not just inside but also outside. We might notice them easier inside, but it happens outside as well. And also there are water efficient appliances we can use. A lot of refrigerators and air conditioners are used with water systems. You can upgrade them to make sure that they're not used by water. You can also change faucets and toilets so that they're more water efficient. Take shorter showers, for instance. Take less baths. I know some people can't do it because it's enjoyable to take a bath. But next time, try just to take a shorter one, or just take once a month or something like that. on how we use our water. Another thing is if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it. According to the World Press, you actually waste 10 gallons of water every time you flush. So as weird as that sounds, and I know a lot of people have problems with this, but you really do save water when you watch what you flush. It's crazy to think, like I said, that some people struggle to get something like this. Because it's gross, it's something you don't want to drink. But people struggle with that. So imagine how they struggle to find water that can easily be usable. A lot of people do take advantage because, again, we don't see what's going out there and we're not living it. But keep in mind that if you're watching, if you know people out there are having troubles with water, you have to be more conscious about how we treat the water that we have. We might not have the same, America might not have the same problems as India or Africa or other places like that, but one day it could lead to something like that. So we have to be proactive and prevent it now. Water is something that's, again, like I said, politically important, socially important. We don't want to waste what we have. So remember, the things I told you today, it's very easy to look up online, find what you can do, and save our planet.